Now we are going to do superlatives. We came up with 6 fairly random superlatives to give out this year, and we'll kind of just decide how we hash that out. And our first is best double feature. I could not come up with a really good one here. We talked about there's a million parent movies this year. There's a million dad and multiple mom movies. So you could pull on that.
I have 2 nominations here.
Okay. The only thing maybe Sinners and Twinless as a twin double feature. Don't know if that'll work.
Yeah,
but,
that's obsessed
how
with
I
that.
thought about it was like your Friends with Benefits, whatever the other movie was, like they're mirroring movies, right? Double feature, not necessarily movies you want to see back to back. But my first one is kind of obvious, but if you are a big fan of Stephen King and you're a big fan of motion, you might really want to watch The Long Walk and then watch The Running Man. Both Stephen King books.
That's good.
Both,
That's good.
Not horror, but Long Walk better than Running Man.
Yeah.
And then my second one, this is, I don't know why this came to my head first, but it's a very niche connection between these two things. Both of these movies have Elle Fanning. They are mostly different language films, and there's a lot of familial drama, mostly the father-child connection. There's a lot of issues that. So sentimental value, obviously, and Predator Badlands have very specific,
that's inspired.
Connected elements of them. So if you want a little sci-fi, you want a little Nordic family drama, I think that's a great back-to-back film.
That's awesome.
That's really
Predator
good.
Badlands really wasn't even, I didn't mind it. I had no idea what that movie was going in. I was like, I think Elle Fanning's in it, and I maybe have seen the Prey movie that came out a few years ago. And it was whatever. It was fine.
Happy.
Yeah. I also have 2. One of them's serious, and the other is something that happened to me. The serious one, is sentimental value and Hamnet, the mentally unwell sobbing combo.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Thematically, like, I think that they pair really well because they're both about like expressing grief and relational longing through art. But like, actually, like my friend Isaac did this, and he was very unwell.
Oh, that's a horrible idea.
I know. I feel like also, like, depending on which one resonates with you, it kind of undercuts the other. But like, I just thought that they're very thematically similar.
Was Hamnet good? I never saw it hand up, but
I liked Hamnet.
Okay.
I liked Hamnet. I understand where people are coming from. I know. I guess I'm being brave. I guess I'm being a woman.
I've seen some people like, that's the best movie I've ever seen, and then some are like, it was trash.
Yeah, I didn't think it was trash. I think it did emotionally resonate with me, but I do think that people calling it crybait is fair, and that's
what I would. Yeah, and I don't need to see that for that reason.
Yeah.
No offense to Jessie Buckley, I'm sure she's great.
No, she eats.
But shout out Rose Byrne.
Shout out Rose Byrne. My second one, which happened to me. Imagine you just had a great time with your friends. You saw Wake Up Dead Man in the movie theater, and it's like vibes are high. Vibes are so high. You're having a great time, but you've already made plans. Like, you're going back to your other friend's house to stay the night, and you've already made plans to watch the second movie. And you sit down with her, your husband. You're already fatigued. You just watched like nearly a 3-hour movie, and you turn on Dogtooth.
So a throwback double feature.
And you're like watching like an incest porn with your married couple friends.
Do you finish?
Dead Man.
Do you finish Dogtooth?
Bro, we finished regretfully. Like us, like literally yelling, "No!" at the TV.
That's
and
one
you
way to
end the
watch
night.
it. That's one way to watch it.
That's a great way
it was
to
a
end the night,
movie.
I think.
It was great.
I thought you were going to say No Other Choice, and
it was just an accident.
Yeah, that was going to be.
That was banger.
Double feature.
That was pretty banger.
All right, I'll say I liked the Elle Fanning one. I'm going to say sentimental value. Predator Badlands is our official double feature. Our official field guide double feature recommendation.
Yeah.
Alrighty, this next award, it is the best wig or best animal award. So it's whichever one you feel stronger about and want to compare. That's what's going to be. I think Caught Stealing. I looked into it a little bit. That is a
Matt Smith?
It's not the cat's first film.
Animal. I thought we were going wig with the mohawk. Sorry.
Oh, how did I not think about that?
And
oh my
that's
gosh,
real. It might be real. I don't know.
that mohawk was insane. No, it's a good point. No, the cat's name is Tonic, and they have an Instagram handle named Tonic the Cactor, or the Cat Dictor, or something like that. Yeah, you get the point. And that cat does a lot in that movie. That's an action star cat.
It
so
does.
shout out to that. Shout out to the monkey in The Monkey. Not a real animal, but but has a huge role to play and results in the most, even including the weapons end scene, the most insane deaths in any movie this year.
Fair.
So shout out to the monkey.
I didn't see Final Destination.
Oh yeah, the MRI scene in Final Destination was crazy. Okay, all right, those are my two.
Fire.
Speaking of animals, do you think next year the primate from the movie The Primate is going to win this award?
Oh,
I don't know if I'm looking forward to that movie.
That movie,
or not.
I can only do so much with those like ridiculous, like almost B-movie horror films.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they're getting released. You know,
'Tis the season, right?
Yeah.
My two nominees, pretty boring. Crypto, I thought he was the best part of the new Superman movie. I resonated with Superman and some of that with the dog. Shout out Bruce.
Okay.
But he was a gorgeous dog. He was great. And then Gary the Snake from Zootopia 2, I thought was the best animal from that.
That might be a little. I don't know if we can give a best animal performance to an anthropomorphic.
I know.
Fake.
Well, Crypto's CGI too, right? But I just thought they were the best animal in a movie.
Sure.
And I don't know what's a wig and what's not a wig, so I couldn't.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard nowadays. Wigs are good.
Is Hugh Jackman's hair a wig? And
Song
like
Blue?
Shirley,
Shirley, wig, right? So that was
but
nice.
I'm not giving it best wig or best animal.
I agree. That's why I didn't have any nominations. So,
Abby, come strong with a wig.
Yeah, I need a good wig.
I know. Well, so I have like the strongest wig, but unfortunately, it's so bad for the podcast because there is a wig in Twinless, and if you know, you know, and I literally can't say anything else.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
I'm watching this tonight if I can.
Fire. So I'll pivot with the wig. There was a wig in a movie that my roommate literally made me pause the movie because she was so upset. And she's like, like wigs being this bad in movies, it just takes me out of the whole thing. And that is actually Carrie Condon's wig in Train Dreams. Whenever she shows up on screen, like top pause, she's like, I literally can't handle this. Like they couldn't have gotten a better wig budget. I just thought that was really funny.
That's fair. And she does have strikingly like blonde hair in, or at least assumedly in real life.
Like the hairline too is just like and then my pet of choice is also the dog in Train Dreams that shows up and you're just like, man, this guy's gotta have a win sometime.
And he does.
Weapons wig, does that count? That's like a pivotal part of the movie, right? I mean, it's all about hair.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, that's so
But
is
it a wig though? I don't know. Or is it her hair?
No, it's totally a wig.
But like, yeah, I guess it's a wig.
No, it's a wig.
We might have to pivot and give that the award. That's actually
good.
That's actually a good call. Any strong feelings about any of the animals mentioned? Or if not, I'm giving it to Amy Madigan's wig.
They don't deserve
monkey,
anything.
There was some crazy
It's
deaths.
not a real monkey though. It's
not a real monkey.
Is the cat and Sorry Baby not eligible? Not worthy?
It just is okay. The unicorn and Death of the Unicorn.
I thought about that one, but
I mean, I can't.
We don't even get that much of the unicorn. I don't know. There's no personality to me.
No, the animals were not popping up. I mean, I like the cat and caught stealing. I think the cat and caught stealing is pretty iconic. That's why all my friends hated the movie. Is because a bad thing happens to the cat, and they were like,
yeah. It's not even that bad. No offense.
No,
but
they just love cats so much.
It might have been being a little bit of a baby.
It survives. Can you tell me that?
Yeah,
it survives.
Okay. Clear that.
Living cat.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that award for them. Tonic.
I'm giving it to the wig. I'm giving it to Amy Madigan's wig because that is a key part of the movie. And she even has a wig in the movie, so that works.
True. Oh yeah, she puts it on the.
Y'all will resend it to the wig and Twinless when you know, but
we will.
Just saying.
Alrighty, biggest acting carry job is our next award, which was the actor or actress that was going just insane, and everyone around them was just phoning it in. Abby, who was your biggest acting carry job?
Ooh, okay, so I didn't think about the phoning it in caveat at the end, but I do still think it's applicable.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon. I'm telling you guys, chamber piece movie. Guy in a bar for 90 minutes. He's a really insufferable guy, and he tells you everything that's on his mind, and he somehow gives one of the most like layered, compelling, amazing, transformative performances that is just like so electric, and he gets you to like you care about it so quick, and then he's just is like it's like it's literally the opposite of show don't tell as like a choice, and in the choice to like keep telling and telling and telling, like this vulnerability is just reached that I like it has stuck with me ever since. I saw the movie alone, I had low expectations, and I went out like, yeah, that was huge highlight of the year for me actually.
I'll let you keep going, but I do want to mention one of mine just because it's also Ethan Hawke, but Ethan Hawke in The Black Phone 2.
Wow.
Very different performance. Very different performance.
A double feature.
That could be a double feature. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Honestly, 70% of the reason I went and saw Black Phone 2 was because of Ethan Hawke's performance as the Snatcher.
Great.
It's a fine horror movie. I liked the first one better. I thought it was scarier.
I didn't realize you're such a horror guy. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm deep. But man, the scene where he's ice skating with the axe near the end of the movie, scariest thing I've seen this year, I think. He was really great, and he has a lot of presence as a villain. So it's fun that he can do both. Shout out to Ethan Hawke. Anyway, Abby, I'll go back to you. I just felt like I wanted to throw in the other Hawke there.
I said my piece. I'm good.
Cool. Rossi?
I had a hard time with this one. Maybe it's just because I thought the best acting performances were like in movies that were legitimately good.
Sure.
I do think like, I don't know, Wicked for Good I thought was really bad, but like all things considered, Ariana Grande and Erivo kind of carried that movie, and I thought everybody else was horrendous. I thought like The Running Man wasn't great, but Glenn Powell is like a certified action star, and everything else about that movie was just not that good.
Glenn Powell's the man. Yeah.
But for the best Carrie job, I don't know how to pronounce. I'm probably gonna butcher this name. Demetrius Schuster Koliamatangi. He plays Deck in Predator Badlands, and he carries Elle Fanning's body the whole movie. So I just think that he deserves some recognition for that Carrie job.
Another inspired choice involving Predator Badlands.
That's so funny.
Oh, that's good. I picked Rebecca Ferguson in A House of Dynamite.
I'm a Becky Ferg stan. You have no idea. I don't know why, but
Motherfucker.
House of Dynamite, after the first 35 minutes where it's basically just her for most of it, I was like, I'm sold. This movie's sick.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone wouldn't like this movie. And then it just I don't think anyone else is phoning it in. The movie just really loses its plot.
It lost me.
In the strongest of ways I can mean that. It loses the plot. And anytime I'm thinking about that movie, I'm thinking about her in that it's like a blue pantsuit or something, and commanding the room, and also caring about her husband and son. So I thought it was great in a relatively.
We're all gonna go see Mercy day one.
All right, I'm gonna give acting Carrie job to Ethan Hawke.
That's
in
fair.
Blue Moon and Black Phone, just so we can double recognize him. All right, here's a fun one. Most rewatchable scene. I think this was a great year for this. There were so many scenes that I think are rewatchable. I'll name one, and then I'll kick it to you guys because I also have a bunch I could add. But I hinted at it earlier, but the scene where Michael B. Jordan is driving Sammy basically back to the juke joint, and he plays the guitar for the first time, and he sings for the first time. I don't think it's the first time in the movie, but it's the first time like on screen singing. I think we get some backing at the start of the movie from him, and Michael B. Jordan is just like so. I think it's Stack. Excuse me. Stack is so like immediately entranced by it, and feels the exact same way that we as the audience feel. And also the guy playing Sammy was a musician, not an actor. That whole scene is just like spectacular. I can't watch it without crying. So that's my most rewatchable scene.
That's good. That's a good point. I mean, that movie had probably 20 nominees alone, and I think that's a good one.
It did. Chris?
Mine, this is just more so the scene that, like, I was like, wow, that's maybe not rewatchable is the best for this, but in One Battle, the car chase scene that we were talking about earlier, using, like, the way the road undulates maybe is the right word I want to use, but something about that, I'd never seen that done before in a movie, and I just thought that was really well done. Stuck with me for a while. I thought it was awesome how, like, they stopped the car at the end of it to
it was cool.
Trap the guy, basically. I don't know, maybe not rewatchable, but just well done scene.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Nice.
But I have something else.
Yeah.
Those are really sincere, and this is also sincere, but in a totally different way.
Dylan O'Brien, he
with a wig.
No. Hurry Up Tomorrow. Our lovely movie with The Weeknd where he stars himself. He is a terrible actor, and there's this lovely scene where he's like really serious the whole movie, and Jenna Ortega's talking, and he just like goes, "Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!" And he just
wait. That came out this year.
I've played it. Yeah, I saw it at a 10:30 a.m. screening, empty theater, just me and my friend. And we were crying, laughing, and it's just you need to see The Weeknd's like Oscar-worthy performance, like best line delivery of the year.
Wow!
And I've ripped it a lot.
Did you guys see The Housemaid?
I haven't seen The Housemaid.
Okay, there's a scene in it that I've actually rewatched the most because I found the scene on TikTok because it was so unbelievable. She's like Sydney Sweeney, horrendous. She pulls out. I can try to think of the actual line. She pulls out. She's like going through this like person's like fine china, and she pulls out a gravy boat. And she goes, "Oh my god, a gravy boat! I fucking love gravy. I didn't know they made these." And smashes it on the ground. Which, one, how do you know if it's a gravy boat that they don't know they made them? And two, her line delivery is so bad. And that's my actual most rewatched scene this year because I've watched it like 100 times on TikTok. So just watch Sydney Sweeney Gravy Boat on TikTok and look
at it. Fire.
Sydney Sweeney Gravy Boat.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'll rattle off some other rewatchable scenes. Life of Chuck dance scene.
The dance scene?
The opening one?
It's in the second chapter of Life of Chuck. And it literally is just Tom Hiddleston dancing for 15 minutes.
It's fire.
And it was sweet.
I don't know if I like that movie though. But I know I've heard it described as saccharine, and I think that's fair. I don't think that's wrong. But that seems sweet. Anytime in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You that Rose Byrne and A$AP Rocky were both on screen together, I was rewatching that. A$AP Rocky, both of them are just oozing charm in not a charming movie. I will be very clear. Not a very charming movie. No.
Not in a bad way. It's just going for something else. But A$AP Rocky is so awesome in it, and I love their chemistry together. Anytime they were talking, I was like, yeah, I'm about it. In Friendship, Conor O'Malley at the house party when he walks in on Tim Robinson at the drums in the garage. I know y'all aren't Tim Robinson people, but in the Tim Robinson world, we rewatched that scene. And there's a line at the end where he's like, "We should still be in Afghanistan." And I don't know, it's the funniest line of the year for me.
What about the Naked Gun chili dog scene?
Oh, yeah.
That worked for me. It was the most dumb sense of humor ever, but it worked. It worked.
It worked. Hey, that was a pure play comedy.
Yeah,
which we also need more of those. The Testament of Ann Lee. I don't know how. I don't even know if this is getting released like at all. But there's a scene in the middle where they are traveling by boat to America, and there's some really cool filmmaking techniques, and the music is amazing. So I have sought out to rewatch that scene. I cannot find it anywhere. And then my least rewatchable scene. Did y'all see Bring Her Back? There's a horror movie.
No.
I want to, but I have not. Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard it's really good.
It is it's a really mean movie, and already a mean genre. But there's a scene, I'm just gonna spoil it, where the main kid who is possessed basically eats a knife, like a butcher knife, and I didn't know how much teeth horror messed with me.
I can't do that stuff. Mm-mm.
like I thought eyes were bad, like in eye horror scenes, but this was I had to pause it like 5 times. It is awful. It's awful. So I will never rewatch that scene. Yeah.
So
I had a guy try to pitch that movie to me. He was like, "You gotta watch Bring Her Back. There's like a lot of child mutilation."
It's bad.
And I was like, "You're really not like selling me on this, actually." I want to give one more shout.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout to when Pedro Pascal slaps the shit out of Joaquin Phoenix while fireworks plays in Eddington. It's pretty good.
That's great. That's a really good idea.
I think I'll like it more the second time.
Yeah, I think it's probably true. All right, who are we giving the award to? I don't know if we're doing Hurry Up Tomorrow. So
that's
sorry.
Okay.
Let's do Sydney Sweeney gravy because I want.
Let's go.
Nobody will know that.
All right, fine. We'll do Sinner's music scene. I know it didn't get mentioned, but only because it's kind of.
I mean, that is the scene. Right?
But
that is the scene.
That's kind of the scene of the year. Yeah. Okay, Sinner's music scene.
That we didn't nominate, just wins by default.
But it's the chalk pick for a reason. Okay. What was a movie that aged the worst for you guys since you saw it? Where just in your memory, you're like, that movie actually was not as good as I remember. Abby, what about you?
Terrible person to start with this because I'm gonna have to fight for my life. So my worst aged movie that I still think is really great and I really, really like is Sinners.
Wow.
And I think why is I watched it and I really, really liked it. I think what got to me is how I think it was the hype surrounding the movie. And I went into it like pretty early, so the hype hadn't really crescendoed yet. But I know people were calling like best of all time, best of decade, which I think best of decade is fair to say, but like best of all time. And I was like, dang, like this movie is really good, but like I felt like it was really reactionary. And then I watched As One Battle got similar degrees of hype, but for me personally ended up actually living up to that. And kind of since then, like Sinners, I'm like, I really, really like Sinners, but like it's just kind of, it hasn't lingered in a way that I personally wish it lingered just for me.
I think that's a perfect way to put it. Because I tried to get it early too, same way.
Yeah. I was the opposite. I actually saw it on the crescendo of hype, and I was like, I need to forget everything people have told me about this movie, because I was also like, okay, best of all time. How is that possible?
Knowing like what it's about too, it's like, how is this going to be?
Right. It did work for me, but I anytime there's a ton of hype for a movie, it's going to be tough. That's just how it is. All right, Chris, what about you?
Age the worst. This is like a lame pick. I'm mostly just doing this because of the conversation I had today, but like I didn't love it the first time I saw it, and it's Fantastic Four. Like not all that exciting. I don't think it was like well received per se, but I love Fantastic Four comics. I was a Marvel person. Obviously they've had their struggles, but I really thought this was going to be like, all right, we're back. I watched it. It was fine, but then I was like I saw it again on like Disney Plus or whatever, and I was like, this movie's not good. I had a long conversation today with Kevin about it because he just watched it, and I was like, yeah, it kind of was really horrible, and they still have never captured those characters the right way.
Dang.
So not like this deep.
I think it's a fair one.
But it was.
I remember people talking about it when it first came. Then when it was coming out, they were like, hey, this is a return to form. They're doing something new.
Yeah, it didn't.
It's tough.
And then it sets up the whole. Yeah, I don't want to get into that conversation on this, but
yeah. I'm gonna also do my movie that aged the best because they worked in the opposite ways for me, not just like directionally but thematically. And the worst was Mickey 17. I watched it and I was like, that movie was sweet. I was all about it.
Mad about it.
And then anytime I talk to someone about the movie and kind of have to like dissect the themes, I'm like, it was just very heavy-handed, and the end is really weird with the
screaming, whatever.
Yeah, I can't even remember what it was. I couldn't even like tell you what was going on.
It ends with that voiceover, and he's like, "And in times of trouble, sometimes I ask, what would Mickey 18 do?"
I loved his voice though.
I think I just really wanted to like Mickey 17. Like you said, the director. I liked Robert Pattinson's performance fine enough.
I did not like Mark Ruffalo at all.
Yeah, the movie in totality, it just I have not once. Anytime someone is like, I didn't like Mickey 17, I'm like, yeah, I think I didn't either. And so it's just been like that. And part of the big reason is because I think this was very much like a current political climate satire. That was like, obviously there's a lot more in Mickey 17 than that, but that was one of the key messages of the movie. And I compared it a lot in my head to Eddington, which is the movie that aged the best for me. I watched Eddington and I left the theater and I was like, that was really fun. I love Ari Aster, frankly, except for Beau is Afraid.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are your thoughts on Beau is Afraid?
We won't get into that. But no, I think Hereditary and Midsommar are amazing. And I loved how he used the horror style filmmaking in the Western setting in Eddington. And that was about it. I left the theater and I was like, oh, that was a great time. Then the more that I kind of like explained the themes and everything that it was talking about, I mean, the movie bites off a ton of themes. It talks about like, you know, obviously COVID and political extremism and small communities versus large communities, and how, you know, like data centers and these like big tech, all the money is actually the real problem, but we all kind of fight each other for it. And interpersonal relationships with like weird parent dynamic. Like there's just so much in this movie, and I recognize that it is a little messy. I think it might be it's not a movie that has like a clear theme. It has just like a ton of them, but I think it's going to age really, really well. Like I think we'll look back on it in like 10 years and be like, oh, it was either extremely prescient or it was just like on the money in the moment. And it was like the opposite of Mickey 17 for me, where I was like, that was really heavy handed and I'm kind of tired of it. So yeah, I loved Eddington, and looking back, I keep recommending Eddington to people.
It is risky,
even though I really shouldn't, and I know it's a movie that's really hard to recommend. But I'm like, just try it, and it doesn't work. So yeah.
Can I piggyback off this one?
Please.
The movie that's aged the best for me in my brain this year is Eddington.
Let's go.
I guess that's our winner.
Let's go.
Yeah, I really felt really frustrated by Eddington, and I really didn't like it. But the more that I've thought about it and I've sat on it, I think like what I felt during the movie is because it's biting off so much more than it could chew. I was like, is it doing this time well, or am I just like remembering things? Like from the time, because I lived through it. And then also like every single like issue, quote unquote, or every single topic it tackled, I wish that I was watching a better movie about that topic. Like when they're doing the BLM stuff, they're doing the race stuff, or like in like a neighborhood, I'm like, God, I wish I was watching Do the Right Thing right now.
Yeah, and we're spending just a little bit on all of these kind of important topics. Yeah. And
I think what was pertinent, or is that the right word? Impertinent?
Pertinent?
I'm trying to say something, I guess. What was important to me that I noticed was I actually kind of liked how like nearly surface level and reactionary it tackled all these things, because that's actually so to the time of like you're being flooded with information nonstop, and then in the social media era you just feel like you're forced to like respond
and have an opinion.
You know?
Yeah.
And have an opinion, and I think like it's just like so disgusting and so bothersome, and I think it was like nearly so accurate that I was like, I'm sick of reflecting on this. I actually just want to like move forward and have answers.
From this. Yeah.
Or I want someone to tell me how to feel. Like I don't want to have to like make an opinion about all of these. Like I want the movie to give me a message, and it kind of doesn't.
The message is they're building a data center.
Yeah, the message is the only person who wins is this unnamed tech company.
Yeah.
I love that, Abby. That's sick.
I guess I can pick this as well for mine, because it's the one movie that I've wanted to rewatch the most. So if that qualifies this for this award, then I would also choose Eddington. Because I was going to say F1. I was going to say F1, even though you said the opposite earlier, just because I did rewatch it like on TV, and I didn't think it was going to hold up, and it still did for me. But I'm also a Brad Pitt sucker, and I just thought it was but like it's a cliche sports movie, but
which is fine. I don't even really have criticisms of F1. It's more just like I recognize how much fun it was in theaters, and I worry it wouldn't live up. But it's good to hear that it kind of doesn't, or kind of doesn't get worse. So cool.
I thought it was fine.
Okay, which do we want to pick? I guess we'll pick Eddington for Age of the Best. What do we want to pick for Age of the Worst?
What's our options again?
I think Mickey 17.
Oh yeah, I'm with that.
It was Mickey 17. It was Sinners, and Rossi, yours was
Mickey 17.
Just said it. Okay,
that was fantastic.
Yes, it was Fantastic Four. Maybe we should pick that because we all kind of forgot about
Mickey 17 was my most disappointing movie of the year, and that's like in my head. And not that that's an award we're discussing, but
Sure.
I'm really scared that Project Hail Mary is going to be that for me next year. And
I just finished the book. The book is awesome.
I love
the book. Is awesome.
Yeah. So I'm cautiously optimistic about that one.
Yeah.
Does anybody have thoughts on 2026 most hype movies other than The Odyssey?
Right. There's a lot of big ones. The Spielberg movie looks cool. I haven't seen a Spielberg movie in a minute. I haven't seen The Fabelmans, so I haven't seen a Spielberg movie in a long time.
I'm excited for the drama. I'm interested.
I just don't even know what it is, but I'll watch it. It's Pattinson.
Christoph Borgli is like one of those directors that's like kind of like moving up in the ranks. He just did Dream Scenario.
Okay.
And so I feel like he's doing like really, really, really weird stuff. And I feel like he's getting closer and closer and closer to like actually dropping a banger. And I don't know if this is going to be it, but he's intrigued me enough as like a filmmaker that like, I feel like he's got one of those in him and maybe this is it. Cool. So
I'm excited for it was not on my radar. And then I've seen the trailer twice and I'm like, I'm sold for How to Make a Killing, which is the A24 movie with Glenn Powell. He's killing everybody.
I thought it was going to be horrible. Then I was like, wait, maybe he's got something here.
It looks cool. It could be one of those. It fails because it's being released early. Yeah, that's not normally a great sign. But I also think Glenn Powell has done a pretty good job picking projects. He's at least had a high enough floor. Like what was that one? Oh, Hitman, right? That was Glenn Powell. That was a movie that could have been really bad, I thought, and I was kind of actually into it. So I trust him a little bit. Yeah.
I just don't want him to fall into like Michael Fassbender. I think is a decent actor, but he chooses the worst movies, and I hope Glenn Powell doesn't do the same.
Yeah, I think it's right.
Also, Doom Part 3. Let's just get back-to-back awards for Timmy.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah. Doom Part 2 was.
And this is way off. Do you think The Bride is going to be the worst movie ever?
Oh, I'm actually like.
I'm worried about it too.
I don't understand it. Like the cast is bizarre and it looks, I think, horrible. But I might be.
It's so weird that it's coming out right after Frankenstein. Like, did they not talk to each other about that?
I saw the trailer. I was like, what am I watching?
Abby, why are you hopeful?
It's Jesse Buckley, isn't it?
Jesse Buckley's the lead, but it's Maggie Gyllenhaal actually is the director, and her last project, The Lost Daughter, was like pretty competent.
Okay.
And so I was like, maybe she's getting funky with it in a way that's not going to work, but also like I feel like we get just so much boring slop, and this doesn't look like boring slop. Oh, speaking of something I'm excited for, Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights. Yes.
My wife's like dying to see it. I'm like, I just know I'm not going to like this movie at all.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to just hold hands with all of my friends in the movie theater.
Yeah, I think it's going to be ridiculous. I really hope they go. I hope they're not restrained. Like, I hope they are all in on whatever they're doing. I hope they're all in on it.
I've heard some talks of test screenings and like certain things that are in this movie, and I'm like, dear God, like it's gonna go viral like Saltburn did.
Yes,
Saltburn did for like absolutely all the wrong reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But
if this movie is
soundtrack,
like, if this movie is like Saltburn, like going for it like Saltburn, or like maybe not the best comparison, but going for it like Challengers, I'll be super in.
Yeah.
Well, you're in for a treat, man.
I'll pass on that one probably, but we'll see.
Let's go.
You brought Elise to watch a movie that you weren't even sure she liked, and she can bring you to see Wuthering Heights.
I know. I think she would just have such a better time with her girlfriends, you know?
Reese is not going with me to Wuthering Heights. he has no business.
That's not a
in
date
that
night movie,
theater.
I don't think. Maybe it is.
All right, Abby, what do you think about Oscars? Are you excited about what's standing out to you? We can kind of close with our thoughts on that, or mainly your thoughts because you're tapped.
Yeah,
I'm tapped. Yeah,
and also,
I watched.
Plug your channel while you're doing it because that's the that's the place for it.
Yeah, before you get too famous.
Yeah, before I get too famous. Hey guys, so I have a channel called Aspect Radio where I predict these suckers and I talk about the things and you can tell me while I'm wrong in the comments.
You've never missed a prediction.
I've never missed a prediction.
And
don't look at my Critics' Choice.
Oscars. We can invest our money into your opinions. So
yeah, guys.
No pressure.
I'm leading you guys really astray right now. On that note though, the Critics' Choice happened last night. This is one of the first massive precursors. So like how Oscars work is you have these precursor award ceremonies that roll momentum and gain voter attention. And so the Critics' Choice absolutely matters. And then we have the Golden Globes on Sunday, which is the next heater. And then on Wednesday, we have the Screen Actors Guild nominations drop, which is another batch of acting categories. And how I'm feeling about the awards race so far is I think with picture, we're having an Oppenheimer year, which means one movie is just sweeping, and it's like very similar to Oppenheimer of like Nolan had never gotten his crowns until that moment, and I think we're seeing the same thing repeated with PTA. But what's really fun about this year is that we have 4 acting categories, and maybe all of them are actually really up in the air, and I think that that's
all of them.
Kind of the most fun part of predicting is the acting categories being up in the air. Because like last year, I think they were all like really locked down except for Best Actress, and so like predicting like that's kind of boring. But like, Jacob Elordi winning is insane.
Ugh.
If I had to pick, like I thought he was number 5 out of 6 for like in that category. I had 4 people above him for winning.
And that was supporting, is that right? Or
supporting actor.
And Chris, you're completely out on the Elordi train.
I'd rather have Skarsgård, yeah.
Yeah, I want Skarsgård too. Actually, I want Sean Penn, but my fantasy team needs Stellan Skarsgård desperately.
Sure.
But you don't think Best Actress is a runaway?
At this point, I think we are going Jessie Buckley. I think that it is between Jessie Buckley and Rose Byrne, but I think Jessie Buckley losing Critics' Choice is bad for Rose Byrne losing Critics' Choice is bad, and I think it's probably good night for her because Globe splits their categories between comedy and drama. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You into comedy, and so Rose Byrne will probably win that, and Jessie will win drama. But I think this was the first awards where they're competing against each other directly, and she couldn't pull it out, so I think it probably will be a Jessie Buckley train.
And will Wicked for Good be nominated for Best Picture?
Nope.
Good answer.
What about Avatar?
Yeah. I'm actually thinking no Avatar either. I think that the appetite for these big budget sequels is starting to dwindle, and Wicked and Avatar both got cooked by the Golden Globes. Again, category split, where Avatar, it's less detrimental. The movie hadn't really come out yet, but for Wicked, for comedy musical, there's 6 movie slots, and they went rogue and went Blue Moon and Nouvelle Vague, which are 2 Richard Linklater films.
Wow.
And like nobody was predicting those, and they did both of those instead of Wicked for Good, Jay Kelly, and The Testament of Anne Lee.
Wow.
Like that just actually just killed them on the spot.
What's the story with Testament of Anne Lee? I've heard nothing. That's why I said earlier, I don't even know if it's getting like released.
I've heard
that movie was awesome.
Reviews, yeah.
It is getting released. It's like probably going to be like mid to late January. What happened with Anne Lee is it was Searchlight had banked all of their campaigning on Rental Family, and then Rental Family premieres at TIFF to like mid to positive reviews, doesn't get TIFF People's Choice, and so Searchlight is like, oh god, we must pivot, and they pick up Anne Lee to try to give it like a campaign, but they just haven't been able to push it a lot. Like I think Anne Lee is very dead besides Amanda Seyfried because it's missed like all of like the tech like short lists even. Like it's not even up for anything.
That's disappointing. I think the sound at least, or the score, actually both, I think it'd be competitive in, but it was a lot of good score this year, so
a lot of good score.
Who knows? What are some other movies that I was curious about? Marty Supreme? How's it going to fare?
It's faring all right. Unfortunately, it's a little weak in director, where it got into director at Critics' Choice, but then it missed for the Globes, and director's just pretty stacked in a way that, like, I think, like, the slot that it could have had, Guillermo del Toro is actually going to snipe that. So
there's a Best Casting award now. Is that this year?
That is brand new.
Yeah.
I think it's the first year, right?
I feel like they could be in that mix, maybe.
Yes, I think that it's totally.
It kind of feels like another One Battle or Sinners.
That'll probably be Sinners. Yeah, if I had to guess, it'll be Sinners.
I think it's One Battle or Sinners for the casting of Miles Caton and Chase Infinity.
Yeah,
which fair. Both of those were remarkable.
Yeah, totally.
When we get to the Oscars, are we going to get a surprise, or are you going to know everything? That's not a glib question, but like, you know, are we going to get the, you know what I mean? Like, just like, could anything crazy happen, or is it going to be? I know you said supporting actor, but maybe other than that.
I mean, we're so early into it right now that like, I think nominations, things could totally be surprises because the awards calendar is a little messed up this year, where typically you have Critics' Choice, Golden Globes, BAFTA, which is the British Academy, and SAG all happen before Oscar nominations. And for some reason, BAFTA nominations are happening after the Oscar nominations, which sucks because that's a huge precursor that we don't get to use. However, the winners of BAFTA are in the vote, like the exact prime voting time of Oscars for winners. And so BAFTA is probably going to be the swinger. So BAFTA might have like whatever wins. If there's any acting splits, that's just like it's this person to this person, kind of deferring to BAFTA is going to be the go-to for like who's going to win. But there absolutely could be surprises at this point in the race. Like, I mean, Elordi was a massive surprise, and I don't see a reality where he's going to steamroll to the end, which means, okay, so then...
I've heard he was sick, though.
Who is it? So. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for our resident awards corner there.
The one time I'm talking movies and I'm just like, this is like I'm like in chemistry class, like learning things.
Yeah, acronyms.
I think I know ball and
equations.
I don't know Jack, apparently.
Jack.
I'm going to make a video explaining everything.
You should.
Yeah, do check it out. All of our channels will be in the description. And we'll see you guys soon. Happy New Year.
See you guys.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
GG.